When people think of Seattle, the first thing that comes to mind is coffee, computers, airplanes, and rain. But there's so much more to the Emerald City. And as a traveler, I picked this place to call my home, and for good reason. Seattle is located in the northwest corner of the United States. Sitting along the shores of Puget Sound, it's surrounded by the Cascade Mountains to the east, the Olympic Mountain Range to the west, and it's dominated by Mount Rainier. And I consider it one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I'm Michael Murphy, and I've lived in Seattle for the last 20 years, and I've been very lucky to know Seattle both as a local and as a traveler. As a local, you know what's around every corner, and everywhere you go, people know who you are.
Hello, Michael.
But I also know Seattle as a first-time visitor where you're just another face in the crowd. As a first-time visitor to Seattle, there are several must-sees. And at the top of that list is the Seattle Center. Built in 1961 for the World's Fair, it's home to Seattle's most famous landmark, the Space Needle. There's many interesting ways to visit Seattle, but for me, one of the funnest ways to get around town is to simply hop on the Duck. This gives you a land tour of all the main tourist attractions in Seattle. But the thing that makes this ride unique is Captain Rocky Bottom.
I'm Captain Rocky Bottom. My job is one of the easiest jobs in the world, and it's also the most difficult job in the world. I'm a duck captain. Duck is, of course, a World War II amphibious craft. We take people for rides on the Duck from here, the Seattle Center, down to the water, through old Seattle. First water we find we splash into, and take them on back here for one of the thrills of their lives. Our job is to provide some entertainment, a little bit of cultural experience, and get people to lighten up and laugh a little bit. I just can't get over the kind of job I have where every day I get to be out with people smiling and laughing and having fun in really one of the most beautiful areas on earth.
Down the street from the Seattle Center is the Seattle waterfront. It's worth making your way down here just for the spectacular view of Elliott Bay. All along the waterfront you'll find several different piers that contain shops and restaurants. One of my favorite places to eat along the waterfront is Ivar's, and I highly recommend the fish and chips. Another great thing to see along the waterfront, and especially if you have kids, is the Seattle Aquarium.
My name is Martin Rothwell, and I'm at the Seattle Aquarium in Seattle on the waterfront, Pier 59. Well, we have lots of unique exhibits here, displaying lots of Northwest life, including sea otters, touch tanks, life on the edge, and the new window on Washington Waters, which is right behind me. This is definitely a great place for kids to come. We have kids of all ages all the time, and the parents are always having fun as well.
This is another thing you can do while you're in Seattle is hop on one of the Washington ferries where it'll take you for a ride out here in the Puget Sound. This is an excellent way to get a feel of what Seattle is all about, and you're rewarded with views like this of Mount Rainier behind me. From the waterfront, it's just a short walk up the street to the historical district of Pioneer Square. One of the things you can do here to give you a perspective of the history of Seattle is to take the underground tour, which takes you all the way around the area around here in Pioneer Square.
Hi, my name is Dave. I'm a tour guide at the Underground Tour. This is the heart of what was Seattle. So this is the birthplace of Seattle, dates from February of 1852. We're very proud of the fact that we're the largest city in North America named after a Native American chief, Chief Seattle. Now today, the original city is underground. The ruins of the original city are underground. And the way the city was reconstructed early in its history left the original city underground, and now the new city is built above that. Now these skylights are the signature of the underground above ground. So one of the indicators when you're on our sidewalks, if you see a skylight in the sidewalk, that means below that the sidewalks are hollow. There was a major fire in Seattle's early history, burned the original settlement, and they built the city above the ruins. So we tell that story on the Underground Tour.
Not only is Pioneer Square the historical district, but it's also the hub of nightlife. So before leaving, make your way into one of the local establishments, grab yourself a cold drink, and I can guarantee you, before you leave, you'll make yourself a few new friends. I'm here at the Pike Place Market. This is by far Seattle's most famous tourist attraction, and it's easy pretty much to see why. The Pike Place Market basically has everything you've ever imagined about Seattle. You've got the original Starbucks that was built in 1971, and you've also got this incredible collection of artists and musicians here. the number one reason for coming down to the Pike Place Market is for the flying fish.
Yeah! Hey, Michael.
This is one of the things I love about Seattle. You come down here to Pike Place Market, they're throwing fish. It's all great, man.
Chicks.
Hey, this gives a whole new definition to kissing fish.
Yeah.
I love Seattle.
Yeah.
Every traveler needs a home to return to after a long trip, and I've chosen Seattle because of its natural beauty. It reminds me of all the other great places I've encountered while traveling. That wow factor you get when you see a place for the first time, I can honestly say I still get it here in Seattle, Washington.